Good morning, my dear children. Today we are coming to the end of chapter 5, India's Heritage of Science and Technology. In the previous class, we have discussed about heritage of ancient India in the field of science and technology, metallurgy, chemistry. In the section of chemistry, metallurgy, we have discussed about the old statues, especially the statue of Nataraja, the Ram the Archer, statues of Buddha. Then we discussed about Acharya Nagarjuna in the field of chemistry, his contributions, etc. and etc. we have discussed. Then we come to science of medicine and surgery. What was India's contribution in the field of science and surgery also we have discussed, especially our famous sages Maharshi Charak, Maharshi Shushrut, Maharshi Vagbhat. They all have contributed immensely to the growth and development of medicine and surgery. Coming to mathematics, in the field of mathematics, India's contribution under the leadership of Aryabhatta, not only Aryabhatta, many other scientists also. Aryabhatta discovered zero, decimal systems, algebra, theorem of Bodleian, geometry, arithmetic, etc. we have seen. So, Aryabhatta is also known as the father of mathematics because of his great contribution in the field of mathematics. Then we discussed about the other sciences. Now we are moving to the last section, the last topic for today, that is astronomy and astrology and Vastu Shastra. Yes, come to page number 4040 of our textbook, Astronomy and Astrology, first paragraph. Astronomy is the most ancient science. Many works, grantha, related to astronomy had been written in India. Many ancient universities of India did systematic and deep study of astronomy. Indian scholars studied planets and their movements, constellations and other celestial objects in several mathematical calculations. Based on these calculations, they made remarkable progress in the field of astronomy and astrology. They also used to make several predictions by studying the movement of planets. So, we have studied, from very beginning we have heard about the different studies related with astronomy and astrology. What do you mean by astronomy? Astronomy is a natural science that studies celestial objects and phenomena. It uses mathematics, physics and chemistry in order to explain their origin and evolution. Objects of interest include planets, moons, stars, galaxies, comets, etc. are there. Then what do you mean by astrology? It is a pseudoscience that claims divine information about human affairs and terrestrial events by studying the movements and relative positions of celestial objects. It has been dated to at least 2nd millennium, that is 2nd century BC, and has its root in calendrical systems used to predict seasonal shift and to interpret celestial cycles as signs of divine communications. Aryabhatta made a remarkable contribution in the field of astrology. So, the first Indian satellite was named Aryabhatta on his name. He declared that the earth rotates on its own axis, and he proved that the basic reason for lunar eclipse is the shadow of the earth, which was addressed as Ajabhar by the scholars. In the same manner, Brahmagupta popularized the laws of gravitation in his book Brahma Siddhant. As we have discussed many times about Aryabhatta, he was the first of the major mathematician, astronomer from the classical age of Indian mathematics and Indian astronomy. His works include the Aryabhatiya, Kali Yuga and Arya Siddhanta. Some of Aryabhata's later writings on astronomy, which apparently proposed a second model and lost but can be partly reconstructed from the discussion in Brahmagupta's Khandakadhyaya. In some texts, he seems to describe the apparent motions of the heavens to the earth's rotation. He may have believed that the planet's orbits as elliptical rather than circular. Brahmagupta was an Indian mathematician and astronomer. It is believed that he had lived between 598 BC and 668 BC. He is the author of two early works on mathematics and astronomy. He was the first to give rules to compute with zero. The texts composed by Brahmagupta were in elliptic verse, that is in Sanskrit. He was common practice in Indian mathematics. Varahamihira was the great astrologer and astronomer who divided astrology into three sections, that is Tantra, Hora and Samhita. His Grantha named Brahma Samhita gives information regarding effects of planets on man's future, his characteristics, various classes of animals, the time of marriage, ponds, wells, gardens and good omen for sowing. We would feel pride that our ancestors were experts in the various sciences. Varahamihira, also called Varaha or Mihira, was a Hindu astronomer who lived in Ujjain. He was born in the Awadhi region, roughly corresponding to modern day Malwa. According to one of his own work, he was educated at Kapitala. The Indian traditions believes him to be one of the 9 jewels, Navaratnas, of the court of ruler Vikramaditya of Malwa. Now we are moving to the next topic, that is Vastu Shastra. There is an immense contribution of ancient India in the field of Vastu Shastra. It is an inseparable part of astrology. Vastu Shastra of India is being recognized, dignified and praised by many countries of the world. Brahma, Narad, Brihaspati, Bhrigu, Vashishta and Vishwakarma have made unique contribution in the field of Vastu Shastra. As you know, Vastu Shastra, it means the science of architecture. It gives guidelines for constructing things on the principles of Vastu. In the ancient times, Vastu Shastra gave information for constructing houses, temples, palaces, horse stables or ashwashalas, forts, storehouse of ammunition and also town planning. It provides information for selecting a location, shape, structure, planning of things, planning of temples, Brahmasthan, planning of dining room, bedroom, etc. The pioneers of Vastu Shastra are Brahma, Narad, Brihaspati, Bhrigu, Vashishta, Vishwakarma, Varahamihir, etc. They are considered to be the pioneers of Vastu Shastra in India. The description of Vastu Shastra is mentioned in Brihad Samhita. Rana Kumbha of Mewar revived this science in the 15th century after improving the previous versions of Vastu Shastra. According to the traditional belief, Vishwakarma was the first architect of gods. He divided Vastu Shastra into 8 sections. According to Vastu Shastra, there are 8 directions as you have heard about it. Northeast, southeast, northwest and southwest. The directions can be determined by the compass or from the position of the sun and the shadows. The sun, for example, sun rises in the east and sets roughly in the west. According to this people, they are finding out the directions. As I told you earlier, various informations of Vastu Shastra like selection of places for constructing house or even for constructing temples, whatever it is, proper planning of things, Brahmastan, dining room, bedroom, etc. We require the help of Vastu Shastra. We are depending on Vastu Shastra. At the time passes by, changes taking place regarding the principles and understanding of Vastu Shastra. Now, it is being adopted by foreigners also. Even these people, foreign people, they are also coming and having discussions over this Vastu Shastra. Here in this picture, you could see the picture of Vishwakarma. Now coming to the last paragraph. Ancient Indian knowledge of science has been accepted by the world. Indian culture is very vast and heterogeneous. It is a blending of science and religion. Blending means combination of science and religion, traditional ideals and practical knowledge, which is rarely seen in other countries of the world. Tolerance and equality towards all religion is seen in our culture. In spite of having diversity in religion, that is, we are having different type of religion, different lifestyles and different values, we see unity in our country. We should not forget that Indian culture reflects unique feature of unity in diversity. Unity in diversity is a unique feature of our country. Give reason for that. As you know, our culture is varied. There is no place for rigidity or orthodoxy in our country. It is a combination of science and religion, practical knowledge, materialistic, physical and supernatural principles. Indian culture also preaches tolerance. All religions are considered equal in India. India is a secular country. In spite of vast difference among the communities of India, Indians respect each other's religions, life and values. This shows that the most unique feature of our country or our culture is unity in diversity. Another question which you can expect for give reason is that India's contribution in science and technology has earned its worldwide fame. As you know, our country has a rich legacy of ancient sages and scholars. Together, these people have invaluable contribution in the ancient science and technology. They have made outstanding contribution in the field of metallurgy, chemistry, medical science, surgery, mathematics, astronomy, astrology, Vastu Shastra, physics, etc. It is a matter of great pride for us. Modern researchers have agreed and proved that India, along with religious outlook, had also a superb scientific outlook towards things and events. Most of the world level research had used India's theories, inventions and discoveries. Thus, India's contribution in science and technology has earned worldwide fame. Now coming to worksheet, section 1, question number 1, 2, 3 we have already discussed in the previous lectures. Question number 4, Write about the scientific heritage of ancient India. Here we are supposed to explain the full chapter. That is, I don't want you to explain each and every point. Discuss about the main points for writing this answer. It is the answer of with a value 4 mark. That is a long answer. Now section 2, question number 1 we have discussed in the previous lecture. Question number 2, write a short note on astronomy of ancient India. That is explained, it is given at the last of this worksheet. Write contribution of India in the field of astrology. That answer also I have given at the last, and the last fourth question also I have discussed in the last of this video. Now come to section 3. Answer the following questions in short. Question number 1, 2 and 3 we have discussed in the previous videos. Coming to question number 4. Into how many sections is astrology divided? For that, please come to page number 4040 of your textbook. Astronomy and Astrology, second paragraph, line number 2. Divided astrology. That is, astrology is divided into 3 sections. That is Tantra, Hora and Samhita. That is the answer. Now, fifth question. Name the pioneers of Vastu Shastra. For that, please come to page number 4040 of your textbook. Under the heading Vastu Shastra, first paragraph, line number 3, Brahma, Narad, Bruhaspati, Bhrigu, Vashishta and Vishwakarma. They are the pioneers of Vastu Shastra. Okay. Now, next, choose the correct option from the following to answer the following questions. Which sculpture has international significance from the art point of view? Answer is Nataraja, option B. Question number 2, which is not correct statement from the following? That is option C. Chemistry is not a science of experiment. Question number 3, Maharshi Charak, Charak Samhita. Maharshi Shushrut, he has written option A, Shushrut Samhita. Question number 4. In the class of a school, various students discuss about mathematics. Which one is true among them? Shreya is telling that Bhaskaracharya has written the book named Leelavati Ganit and Bridge Ganit. Yash is telling Bodhigyan discovered decimal system. Mansi is telling Aryabhatta is acknowledged as a father of mathematics. And Harda is telling India discovered zero. So which statement is true? Answer is option number D, telling by Shreya, Mansi and Harth. Question number 5. A book written by Brahmbhav Panchal is option B. Question number 6. In ancient India, who wrote Brahma Siddhant, which declares the law of gravitation? Option A, Brahma Gupt. Question number 7. Which science from the following suggests about the principle of direction while constructing temples, palaces, ashwashalas, forts, etc.? Option D is the correct answer. Now, please, I have the questions, 3 questions I have discussed there. So, you can copy it. I hope you understood this chapter. With this, we come to the end of this chapter. Complete the notes, write it into your notebook, go through the MCQs of these questions, prepare your own MCQs. So, the order of writing will be, first you will be writing main points, then you will be writing the textual question answers, then you will be writing extra MCQs. So, with another lesson, we will meet in another class. Till then, stay safe, work hard. Bye. Question number 2 of section 2, write a short note on astronomy of ancient India. Question number 3, section 2, write contribution of India in the field of astrology. It is mentioned in 2 clips. Section 2, question number 4, which information are included in Vastu Shastra? Answer is discussed here.